Magic and energy. So let's say.
My name is JRose and I am a spoken word artist from Queens, New York. Yeah. Queens in the building at all? Did anybody tripping out here? All right, okay, all right. We go outside. We visit other, boroughs and shit. I do want to thank Unruly Collective for the opportunity to share my art in this amazing space. Yes, clap it up. We need spaces like this for different artists to come together and just vibe out and share an experience together. Tonight I'm going to share a glimpse of my story. I'm going to take you on a journey. If you want to join, you will join me. This is spoken word. This is not a library. So if I say something that resonates or you feel deeply, please tell me. I need that energy to fuel this performance. So you can snap, you can clap, you can clock it, you can ooh, you can ah, like give me the vibes. I need that. I have the incredible Unruly band joining me on this stage, so please clap it up for them. What's really special about this is that right now, live in 4K, is the first time that we're rocking together. We've never played together, they never heard me, we never rehearsed. This is all like being created right now in front of you. And you get to be the first to witness and experience that and share in that creation. So are you ready to make some magic with us? Yeah! So first, I'm gonna start off by talking my shit. Because I feel like sometimes people forget who I am and what I've done and what I've contributed to the creative community. I'm not just a poet, I'm a curator, I'm a host, I'm an educator, I'm a mentor. And sometimes I be feeling like people forget that there was people here before. I'll never forget the people that came before me and made this path. So I want people to remember that I also played a part in that path. So yeah, this is a piece titled Starving Artist, and we could do, that funk. Some might call me a starving artist, but the only things I've hunger for are these pages and stages. The way I pen myself through these stages of pages, telling stories of how I skyscrape success. My highs and my lows. Every time I was put to the test and still made it to the table and ate. Left no crumbs on my plate, only thoughts and prayers. Some might call me a starving artist, but the only time my ribs touch is when I take a deep breath. Before I spit these poems from my chest, I feed souls like chicken soup. Cooking up community for the culture, I'm your neighborhood chef. Creating recipes for paid opportunities so these poets can keep getting these checks. I can't measure how many times I've passed my own palms across the table so others can't eat out of them. So fuck a sprinkle, fuck a dash, you gon' have to marinate respect on my name. Before you sit at my table, make sure you stop by the clock check at the door, cause I ain't chasing shit. I'd rather simmer at my own pace. Dinner bells already ring with my name in different states, and I ain't even served there yet. True story. Some might call me a starving artist, yet they're the ones starving from my art. Asking me to whip up this poetry consistently into a thick consistency so these bars can stick to their ribs like a plan for contingency. I slow cook books and cauldrons until they tell me to run it back like leftovers that taste better the next day. Consuming what I'm saying, assuming what I'm saying isn't already feeding them. Some might call me a starving artist, but yo, I eat metaphors for breakfast, similes for lunch, alliteration with a side of rhymes, themes for dinner, and for a late night snack, I eat slam stages for fun. I ain't lost one yet, but I digress. I don't need another 310s to tell me I'm one of the best. I'm a beast with the pen, a beauty that doesn't blend. I stand out when I speak up, while others sit in and pretend like they can walk a mile in my shoes until it's time to stand on their own 2 feet. And then they step out of the kitchen because they can't be a stand-in for my heat. And I know this poem sounds hella braggadocious, but I gotta get this shit out of me like bulimia, because I find it real disorderly when people try to bite off more of me than they can chew. Like, why can't I just be me and you just be you? They like to eat with their eyes but can't clearly see my vision, so they blind taste their test through an impossible mission. You see, I've heard that imitation is the best form of flattery. But if you're gonna cook what I cook, make sure you season that dish with originality. Okay. Put your pen in the oven and bake up some bars that's worth the bread, cause nothing makes me more proud than you being inspired by something I said. So let me be the proof in the poetry pudding that being an iron chef will keep you well fed. I feel like the ancestors are in here right now. The spirit is talking to me. All right, let's get. I got this. All right, of my life, and this chapter that we're gonna explore is the chapter of love and relationships, right? So this first piece is a new poem, very recent. We're the poets in the room. Alright, cool. So when a poet says they got a new poem, everybody in the audience gotta be like, new shit. Alright, so like I got this new poem.
New shit.
Right. Y'all all poets now. So this is a piece that is about snap your fingers if you've ever been through a phase where you felt like you was just ready to give up on love. Like you was just over that shit. Like you had no optimistic, no light around no silver lining. There was just no light at the tunnel. It was like, fuck this. Yeah, so that's what this poem is about. This piece is titled Ghost Stories. This is the first time I'm doing this with music, so this is gonna be interesting. Who's this guy? I didn't even see him. What's up? No, I'm just kidding. I met him upstairs. Crosses my mind, and I asked him why would he want to cross 365 acres of cemetery. I tell him with the number of graves that exist in my head, I often think in tombstone. Tell him how I've already buried whatever the fuck this will never get to be, like a queen of Calvary serving contemporary crucifixion shit. I've held funerals for men that still walk this earth. Our shared memories, now memorials of disappointment. Let down by the late lovers that never made it to love me on time. The ones who merely departed in the spirit of abandonment. Scattering like ashes, leaving me to sweep up unresting souls from the bottom of the rock. I must be a necromancer. The way I can summon soulmates who are already dead inside. Validate their existence in a self-sabotaging seance. He said he wants to be the twist in the plot of my ghost story. tell him. He's already fantasy gone phantom. A foreshadowing whisper of a soul tie tethered to tomb. A mummified murmur of misconception, thinking he'd be the irregular one. The one who'd be different from all the other ghost stories, like he could really change the narrative. Show me resurrection in his eyes. Frankenstein me with the brittle parts my exes left behind, as if he could stitch together a corpse already hanging by a thread. But it all seems so odd to me, how his words salivate with salvation but can't convert into revelation. Now where's the God of that? He sees me as sinner's sanctuary. I see him as part-time possession, a predisposed entity, and before I let him enter me, I exercise what I already know won't work out. He just can't read. This story was haunted long before it began, and like an ancient burial ground, every step he takes towards crossing my mind leads him to an unmarked grave. Give it up for this incredible. I can't do none of that shit. Like, you saw my guitar skills. I was like, ding. That's all I could do. And then, like, you get to a point in this journey, or should I say I got to this point in my journey that, like, I was like, oh shit, you know, like, maybe, like, I played a part in this too. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I gotta hold myself accountable for, you know, not just always pointing the finger, because yes, people do hurt others, right? So I have been hurt, but at the same time, like, I let them get close enough to hurt me. I gave them the access to me to be able to even impact me in that way. So there has to come, I came to a point in this journey where I was like, shit, you know, like, am I the drama? Like, how did we get here? Like, how did I end up here? So yeah, so this is like, whatever y'all want to do, just do it. Yeah. We just gonna figure it out. We are solution-minded creatives. We got this.
Type shit.
I could start and then y'all just kind of fade in. Cool. Alright, cool. So this is a piece titled "Return to Sender," and it's a fan favorite. People fuck with it. I've buried my body in the insatiable graveyards of men's tongues. Let them lick lies onto me like sealed love letters they'll never mail out. They've delivered omens of predestined ghostings with their lack of commitment, as if I'm only meant to spread my legs apart enough to be a part of their life, but never enough to be their life partner. That part. The irony is, I wrote them in as potential, so my choices wouldn't feel so consequential, and now this accountability got me fucked up. Having to address the way I zip through holes in different area codes, trying to unlock something real, that shit was ludicrous. The way I let them count on my body to be added to the body count they've already lost count of, drowning me in numbers. But I'm the one who dove head first into their pool of problems as if I were the solution. My loneliness times their hunger for flesh could never square up to a future. Maybe I needed a beautiful mind to solve that equation. Instead, I rustled through crow's nests, acting like there wasn't already voices in my head. I wish they had seen past having this carcass disguised as body, and I had seen past having their bodies disguised as sanctuary. All I ever wanted was safety, but all I ever chose was hazard. So much that I can't recognize the warning signs left at my doorstep until there's no ring notification, no relationshiping or handling with care. How the fuck did I get here? Dropped in a muted mailbox, crying in lowercase, hoping that my tears fall quiet enough to be mistaken for silent letters. I just want someone as dedicated to me as a postal worker is to their oath. Whether there's rain, hail, sleet, or snow, he'll deliver me from these junk mails of false hope. Carry me over thresholds, out of this temporary sorting center. Stamp me with forever so the cost of falling in love again won't reflect the inflation inflicting my heart. A certified male who will sign for me every time I walk through the door. Someone who sees me as more than just a stop on his route, more than just a notch on his belt. Someone who sees my outgoing anxiety from a mile away, but knows how to lower that red flag and envelop me in his white flag of surrender. Accepting this whole package of me despite being labeled return to sender. I'm having way too much fun up here. Media at My Crumbled Thoughts. I have an album out, spoken word album is streaming everywhere. I have a book, I'm a published author. They call her a collector of secrets. How she curates pain for her personal museum of trauma. Artifacts of anger stay archived in her anatomy, concealing confessions in compartments all over her contorted body of work, each drawer containing a different fight, each battle sculpted from a different plight. Scarred murals cascade across her thick skin because her past has a twisted way of staining glass surfaces, and she was never good at wiping off sorrow with grace. They call her a gallery of grief. How she hangs installations of melted time framed in weeping willow wood. Leads guided tours through the halls of her triggers. Exhibits them to anyone that will give her the time of day, the attention. Paints a canvas of false validation, but there's no elephant in the room to address here. Instead, a burning giraffe lurking in the distance. A dream once reached for bursting into flames unnoticed. Until she smells smoldering footprints left across the atrium inside her chest. A hollow heart burns, sending smoke signals with no cause for alarm. They call her a hoarder of rejection. How she bears the bitter burden of abandonment like the scent of a woman. Rips relic ribs out of cage like Adam. Builds them up as reinforcement for her ever backwards bending backbone, because it's the only way she can brace herself for the crushing consequences of carrying so much tapestry inside her bones. It hurts to feel so much, yet aches even more to be so numb. But when she looks at her collection of chaos, feels the caress of the twilight texture sky, she remembers she is a masterpiece. shit at the end. Is that okay? Can I do random shit at the end?
Random shit.
Cool. So, you know, now we're in the part of the journey where, like, now we have come to self-acceptance, self-love, right? We understand, you know, I understand myself better. And now I feel like I'm in a space where it's time to, like, go back and renew my belief in love, right? And try to manifest what I know I'm worthy of, right? So that's where I'm at in this part of the, you know, now we're at the end. It is titled Prayer for My Future Husband. And I wrote it with intentions to manifest my partner. So yeah, that's where we're gonna do. Hey, I wasn't expecting that. Tree today, rough bark held gently in arms, often mistaken for thick skin, trunk wide enough to hold faith like an altar, so I whispered a mustard seed of prayer into it, a spiritual message for you to find me. I just pray you're grounded enough to receive it. I pray your roots are strong enough to retrieve it, and if healing is what you need, I pray you're devoted enough to achieve it. There's a version of you I've been waiting for seasons, for reasons I can only explain in poetry. Because who not wants a love without metaphors? When you're meant for more than just sparks flying, see this wildfire works like firewood in a fireplace. This wildfire burns every ember, a fleeting moment. I yearn for your evergreen warmth, for the scent of your cologne, for late night love Jones on the phone. Because who needs sleep when we gotta dissect hip-hop beef and share war stories of wounds that sometimes still bleed? You see, humanity has always pondered, if a tree falls in the forest and there's no one there to hear it, does it make a sound? Well, I don't know. You tell me. If I fell for you and you weren't here to catch me, will you still hear the symphony of my surrender in the next lifetime? Like some sort of eternal echolocation that transcends through different dimensions, like astral projection, reflection, mirroring the royalty that is sustained in the soil of your soul. I know you hear me in between bated breaths and heartbeats, so you might as well just come to me. Meet me where we're meant to meet. Show me love that's meant for me, aligning with what's meant to be. So what's up? You into healing and shit? You like communicating your feelings and shit? Yeah, me too. See, like water for chocolate, we've already got so much in common. It only makes sense. We let love come close. No need to bend or break out of character. This energy be organic. How safely be our fabric, mending all the patches, reaping trust and sowing magic, stitching our way into the hem of forever. We just gotta find ourselves in the same garden at the same time. I'll smile at you cause you caught my eye, and I'll catch yours too. We'll dance in conversations like sapiosexuals do in this garden for two, where prayers come true, just me and you. Woo! I am the one to do that. So like, yeah, y'all can give me some like hip hop vibes. And then and we'll wrap this up. Yo. Hey. But I don't know where to start. Do I say what's on my mind or do I speak what's in my heart? All I know is both our stories that can tear my soul apart. They dancing with my demons, I can see them in the dark. But I'm about to put this shit and write the story. Starring the queen and me, but all her royal glory. Holding with the punches, no one can ever fool me. Weather in the light, a lot of stuff is stormy. Morning does with the shit, you can just imagine. The center like the oil, so my mama needs magic. She was call me JRose, so I'm growing in this garden. Never put my door, so I can blossom into magic. Crumbled into pieces, I could write a book about it. My vibe got your girl looking at me like she bout it. But I ain't here for that shit, man, I could do without it. I be on my doing shit and we just talk about it. Yeah, I get it time, hope I took a little break. Yeah, I fucked up, but I learned from my mistakes. I understand, and then I gave them a raise. That's fucked up, hey. Now I sit on top, like I'm standing on a plane. Queen of the secret, out here manifesting rain. Pulling my path, like the neurons in the brain. Nothing standing in the way of things I must attain. Life got tough, yo, I try to walk away, but my purpose came clear like a bright and sunny day. Now I'm doing shit that they once said was insane. The universe spoke and I finally knew his name. Let's make everything sound so good. Thank you so much, Unruly Collective. Thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate the love. Please tap in on social media and my promo thoughts. I want to plug something real quick. I'm a curator, so I have this annual showcase that I do at Jamaica Performance Arts Center. It's like a Met Gala meets poetry. It's red carpet, open bar, catered food. Like, it's really, really dope. I bring some of the biggest spoken word artists in the world to that stage. This year we're headlining the Flowists from Flowetry, and we have Kira J, we have Rochelle Gemini from Houston, John Burke from Jersey, Roya Marsh from the Bronx. I can't remember all of them. There's a bunch of, they're amazing. Trust me, they're good. If you think I'm good, like, come over there. You're gonna be like, girl, throw your pen away, because these people are amazing. Also, like, I'm an educator. I teach creative writing, spoken word poetry in spaces like schools. I work at Rikers. I work with incarcerated women. So if anybody here works with students, young people in a school, nonprofit organization, and you're looking for someone to bring the magic of poetry and creative writing, you can come talk to me. I do have business cards. Thank you again, Unruly Collective. You guys are absolutely incredible. We're gonna have to, like, do an album together, right? Thank you guys. Have a great night.
No, I just noticed that you're meant to be.